What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Tonight I have another reaction video on haunted dolls caught on tape. I don't like dolls, they're creepy, but I'm gonna go ahead and check this out.
One of the dolls seems to really enjoy the spotlight. Watch closely. Didn't see it? Well, pay close attention to the baby doll in the middle of the shelf wearing the polka dotted sweater. It looks like the doll actually winks at the camera. What really makes this clip seem believable is the fact that the little girl doesn't even notice or react to the doll winking. According to the story, the winking doll was only spotted after the girl's parents watched the footage back. The puppet in the case. Over a 3-month period, a paranormal investigative team set up a camera in front of a sealed glass case containing a creepy old man puppet. The puppet's owner claimed that it was possessed. While the doll was in his home, he said he experienced horrible nightmares and had even been choked by the spirit that possesses the puppet. After months of filming the doll without incident, one night the paranormal team's camera captured this. In the video, we see the wooden apparatus used to control the puppet moving on its own. The paranormal investigators say that the glass case was sealed tightly on all sides at the time the video was recorded. Robert the Doll. One of the creepiest possessed doll stories is the tale of Robert the Doll. The 111-year-old Robert Doll was given to Robert Eugene Otto as a child. His grandfather had found the doll on a trip to Germany and brought it back to the US to give to Otto as a birthday gift. Robert Otto named the doll Robert after himself. Soon Otto began to talk to the Robert doll as if it were alive. He even blamed accidents around his home on the doll. At first his parents thought it was nothing more than the tall tales of a child, but soon they became worried about Otto's increasingly strange attachment to the doll. Otto continued to talk to the doll and treat it as though it were alive throughout his entire life. As an adult, he set the doll in a chair in front of his attic window in his Key West home so that Robert would have a nice view of the outside world. Many passerby often claimed that they had seen the doll moving from room to room through the house's windows, and local children were frightened to go near the Otto house. In 1974, after Robert Otto's death, a new owner, Myrtle Reuter, purchased the Otto house. The Robert doll was included in the sale, as the Otto family didn't want the strange doll. Myrtle Reuter claimed that the Robert doll was indeed haunted and did move from room to room in the house. After 20 years of hearing strange unexplained footsteps and childlike giggling from the attic where the Robert doll was kept, Reuter donated Robert the doll to the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida. Since Robert has been on display at the museum, he has received over 1,000 letters. Oddly enough, most of the letters are apologies and gifts for Robert. You see, many people have had great misfortunes or tragic accidents occur to them after visiting the Martello Museum and seeing Robert the doll. They send letters and gifts to ask Robert's forgiveness for making fun of him or laughing at him during their visit, hoping that the apology will end what they believe to be a curse put on them by Robert the doll. In this 2011 video, some people believe that Robert the doll can be seen blinking on camera. The interesting thing about this video is that the original uploader never even mentioned or noticed the doll blinking in the video. The blinking was pointed out by YouTube commenters who had watched the video and were shocked when the Robert doll seemed to blink at the camera. The possessed Mexican doll. The next video has been on the web for years, but no one seems to know the actual origin of the video. In the clip, a young Mexican girl is talking to her friend behind the camera about a doll she's holding, when this happens.
Bueno, aquí les presentamos a la muñeca de Bessie que se la regalaron a sus 15 años. Ay, no manches, mira.
I traced the video back to what I believe to be its first post on the internet, which was back in February 2009. But there was really no other info or backstory to be found on this one. However, if the video's fake, give that girl an Oscar for that performance.
That's why I don't like dolls. That's why.
Dolls. The so-called Island of the Dolls in Mexico may be one of the creepiest places on Earth. Hanging from the trees on the small island are literally thousands of dolls, aged and worn from exposure to the elements. The story goes that in 1950, a man named Julian Santana Barrera lived all alone on the island. One day, while out tending his garden, he found the body of a drowned girl in the water nearby. Barrera was overcome with grief that he hadn't been able to save the young girl, and he hung the child's doll on a tree near the site where she had died as a tribute. Soon after, Barrera began hearing strange sounds from the woods at night. He heard disembodied whispers, footsteps, and even anguished screams. Barrera became convinced that the drowned girl's spirit had somehow possessed the doll that he had hung in the tree. In an attempt to appease the spirit, he hung another doll, and then another. But each time, the strange whispers and screams would stop for a few days and then start up again. Barrera continued to hang more and more dolls in the trees over the next 50 years of his life, hanging thousands of dolls over the entire island. Barrera died in 2001, and reportedly his body was found in the exact same spot where the young girl had drowned. To this day, local residents say that they still hear Barrera's dolls whispering to each other in the night. In 2014, the television show Ghost Adventures traveled to the island of the dolls to investigate. As part of their investigation, they explored the small shack where Julian Santana Barrera had lived. Over the course of their investigation, they experienced many strange and unexplainable incidents, like this one.
Ready?
No, I'm not ready for this.
Oh!
Whoa! Bro! Come here!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
One of them's laughing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro!
As you can hear in the clip, the screech of a frightened cat scares the two investigators, and then immediately one of the weathered dolls in the shack
faces look like
begins
they're
to
laughing
laugh
at you.
them.
Whoa!
Now that wouldn't be so abnormal. After all, many battery-operated dolls can laugh or cry. However, when the investigators check the doll, they find that not only does the doll not have batteries to make it laugh, but the entire battery compartment has been ripped from the back of the doll.
No. Alright guys, thanks for watching. These dolls give me the creeps. There's a lot of stories in Mexico, a lot of haunted things. If you think this is real, give me a comment down below. And also make sure to like, comment, and also subscribe. Drops is out.